Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be that, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You don't talk about y'all. This means that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, you guys? Sorry, we were having some technical difficulties. I'm hoping that whatever the sound issues that we were having, I'm hoping that they go away, because I want y'all to be able to see and hear my guest clearly. So my guest is coming to talk to us. It's going to be an interview about her experience with a celebrity DJ. I know y'all been trying to figure out who I'm talking about. What celebrity DJ we talking about? And she wants to speak to us as a cautionary tale to other women. As we go through her story, you know, she'll tell her story herself, her way. But she wanted to come and share her story. She said she was inspired by Jennifer Lewis, who did an interview where she talked about a man who took her for $50,000. And so a lot of times we think about these men who take advantage of women and who do these things as, you know, a certain type of person. But when you think of somebody that you see, that you've seen them on television, you see them, you know, with celebrities, you assume they're making all of this great money, and then you find out things be going on. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna bring my guest up, and we're gonna talk. And I know y'all want to know who it is. We're gonna tell you who it is in a minute. Hold your horses. I want to welcome. Hey, AB, how you doing?
I'm good, sweetie. How are you?
I'm good. Well, first of all, I want to. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. If y'all can hear that sound, I'm sorry. We've tried. If it's just me, fine. If y'all can hear it, just work with us, because we couldn't figure out what the problem was. So it's not an echo, it's some sort of feedback, and I just don't know where it's coming from. But we've done the best we can to try to get rid of it, and we just don't know how to get rid of it. But AB is a subscriber of mine who reached out to me and wanted to tell her story. We spoke yesterday, and I said, hey, whatever you want to tell us, whatever you want to share, the platform is yours. And so we're going to just start at the beginning. The person that you want to go ahead and just let the people know the person that you were speaking of. I'm gonna put his picture up if you're ready to tell it. You want to tell it first? You want to tell it? All right.
Yes.
So the person that we are speaking of, you guys, if you follow Real Housewives of Atlanta, most recently you saw him do his interview with Candy, her DJ A1. If you guys have been following Candy for a while, you know he has done Speak on It. He used to do Candy Code at Night. He is the official DJ when Escape is out on tour, when Candy does her things. He was the host for her one woman show that she did after her divorce. I'm done. So we know DJ A1. If you follow Bravo and Real Housewife and things of that nature, we know this man. So this is DJ A1. And so that's what we're gonna be talking about today, okay? So I know all of y'all was guessing DJ Academics and all these other people. Somebody even said DJ Khaled. Child, I don't know DJ Khaled, but DJ A1. So first of all, tell us how you met. How did you meet? We're gonna stick with DJ A1, even though you told me his government name. We're just gonna stick with DJ A1 because that's the name we know. So how did y'all meet, and how long ago did y'all meet?
We actually met probably 5 or 6 years ago after the Millennium Tour. I think that's when B2K got back together. Okay. And we met then, and we exchanged numbers, because I just went up to him and said, hey, you did a really, really great job. You did a wonderful job. And so we exchanged numbers, and we, stayed in touch like that. And so that's actually initially how him and I met. And we didn't really text like that. We would just kind of text, like happy birthday, Merry Christmas, that sort of thing. It was just that. And then whenever he will come into town or come into North Carolina, because I live in North Carolina, he'll hit me up and say, hey, let's go hang out at a hookah lounge or something like that. So we just hang out. But that was pretty much, the gist of it. So that's how we met. We met at a B2K concert when they first got back together.
Okay, so y'all known each other and the reason why I want people to understand that is that this didn't just pop up overnight. Y'all have known each other for years. Y'all kept in touch. Y'all hung out multiple times. Right. Now I got to ask, and you don't have to tell me, but I have to ask. When you say y'all hung out, did y'all hang out?
Or did y'all just,
okay, got it. See?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That's important for the story. So I don't want people to be like, he just came out of no. This been going on for a minute. And again, y'all saw each other when y'all saw each other. Wasn't no commitment, wasn't no boyfriend, girlfriend thing for about 4 years. It was like, hey, we see each other, and when we see each other, wrong. It is what it is. Okay. Now you know people in the industry. He knows people. Well, obviously, he knows people in the industry. And so y'all have been in spaces, together, which is kind of how y'all linked up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when did things start to change and become a little bit more serious?
So I hadn't talked to him we haven't seen each other and talked in probably about 2 years. And so in February, he had did a show, I think for 112 in Charlotte, North Carolina. And he hit me up and said, hey, and I was surprised because we haven't seen each other talked in 2 years. He's like, hey, I'm in North Carolina, let's hang out. And so I drove from Greensboro, because I live in Greensboro, drove from Greensboro to Charlotte, North Carolina, and we hung out. And so after that was it, like we always do. That's it, that's all. And then maybe a couple of days later, I just, got a text saying, hey, good morning. Because again, we don't normally text like that. That's not what we do. So I got a good morning text, like, good morning. I'm like, good morning. And it was, I need a favor. And I was kind of shocked because we don't text like that. And I was like, well, what is it? And he said that he needed some money. And so I thought maybe somebody had hacked his phone or something, because I wasn't expecting to get that. And so I said, well, call me. And so he called me and said, hey, he was real frantic, say, hey, and he told me the amount of money. I need some money. So me being the person that I am, I make really, really great money. I sent him over, some money. He said he was going to pay it back. He never did. But again, I didn't need the money. And so after that, I sent the money. He, thanked me. The text became more frequent. It was more so him kept texting. And again, we don't text and talk like that. And so that became more frequent. And then it started to, hey, I miss yous and I love yous. And I was kind of taken back because I'm like, well, where is this coming from? And
when do we put it like that?
Yeah, like what's that? Like we were just, hanging out, like, hey, and it was the babes and stuff like that, and oh, I miss you, I want to see you, and that sort of thing. And so we continue to text, get to know each other. He wanted to know some things about me. I, want to know some things about me, and I shared a lot of like things I went through and traumas and things like me. And I think he kind of played on that, but that'll come later. But I shared a lot of stuff about myself because he wanted to know about me. So we did that, and then he asked probably about a couple of weeks later, toward the end of the month, he needed help with his mortgage. Okay. So he sent me a text. He gave me an amount. I can't say the amount because it's a lot of money. His mortgage is a lot, and I'm kind of embarrassed. So I was like, I'll help you with your mortgage, sending over the money. Again, I didn't need the money back because I made great money. So I sent him over the money for the mortgage. And again, we continued to talk, all that stuff. And I wanted to see him, like he wanted to get to know me. From my understanding from the conversations, we were moving into something more. At least that's what I got from it. We was moving to something more. And then I kept wanting to see him, like, hey, let's hang out. We need to spend some time together. But I felt like he never had time for me. Like he kept brushing me off. And I kept getting frustrated with him. And he would say things like, stop it. What did I say? Things like that. And I'm like, and I thought, well, maybe the stuff like that get into your spirit, If you love me, you'll ride with me. Because every time I would try to back away, like maybe I need to back up because I'm not getting what I need, which is just time. I don't need a pocketbook. I don't need all this other stuff. I just want to spend time. Oh, I won't get emotional. I just want to spend some time with you. And I thought maybe I was being too needy, because he has a busy schedule. So I felt so bad. I was like, maybe I'm being needy. I sent him some flowers or some candy or some teddy bears and, I'm sorry card, because I thought I was being too needy to him. And every time I'll back away is, you love me, don't you love me? You love me, you ride with me. So I would get my act together. I was straighten up. I kept telling him I'll do better, And so that's what I did. And so cut to later, a couple of days later, he had to go over he said he was going over to his sister's house to take a bath. And I'm like, well, why are you going to your sister's house to take a bath? And he was like, well, because my water's off. And I'm like, well, why is your water off? I don't have money to pay the bill. And so I did volunteer to pay the bill for the simple fact is he has children. He has two children. He has two girls.
He has children living with him?
They don't live with him, but I know a lot of times he has them. And so I wasn't just thinking about him, but I was thinking about his children. And so he sent me a picture of the bill. It was a $436 water bill. And I sent him $440 to pay the bill because, again, he has children. I'm thinking about them. So I sent him the money to get the water turned back on and stuff like that. He thanked me for that. And then I think a couple of days later, he needed a mic because he started to go live on TikTok. He needed a new mic, because the mic that he had wasn't working. So he sent me a picture of the one he needed from Amazon, and then I purchased it and had it sent to his house, and I did that. And so
this thing could I want you to take a breath.
I'm rambling. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No. You're not rambling. I just want to pause because I want us to talk through it. So again, for people that are coming in late, AB is telling her story, her experience with DJ A1. That most of you guys know him as Candy's DJ, Candy Coded Nights, Speak on It. We just recently saw him when Candy told her story about Tamar, right? That's what you might roast most recently. So part of the reason why she's telling her story again is as a cautionary tale. She's not, and y'all are being very, very cool in the chat. So this is not about anybody in the chat, but she ain't coming here telling the story like, she's like, look, I know, I get it when I'm on the other side of it. But this is somebody she has known for 5 or 6 years. They have been intimate for 5 or 6 years. And in February, March, she felt like he was trying to take things to another level, right? Now, he asked for some money. She said, I had it. I gave it. It was what it was. And then he came back later and he asked for more money. And then he asked for more money. But now we're at a point where he asking for a mic. The man didn't have a mic.
Yeah, he didn't have. I think the one that he was using for TikTok, it was something wrong with the mic, so he needed a mic. And again, he sent me a picture, one he found on Amazon, and I had it delivered to his house. So I did that for him. So I've given him money for, because I think the first amount of money that he needed, I want to say he needed it to go out of town for a show. So I gave him that. I helped with the mortgage. I paid the $436 water bill. I got him a mic, and then he needed help with his mortgage again. Okay. So, hey, babe, I need this money. I need help with my mortgage. So me having the big heart that I have, because like I said, I make great money. I don't need it back. I don't need a dime back. I helped him with his mortgage as well. And got that sitting over, and I think he paid it or whatever like that. And the only thing that frustrated me with him, again, I just want to spend time. I didn't need all this other stuff. I just want to spend time. And so him and I actually got a chance to spend some time together, because I went to Candy's I'm Done show she had in Charlotte. So that's when we actually got to spend some time together, was in May. We got to spend some time in May. And he complimented my long hair, and I think what I mentioned to you, Really B, is he liked his women with long hair. He liked them with short hair, but he liked them with long hair. So I made sure that when he saw me, because he even told me, next time you see me, I want you with long hair. So I made sure that my hair was long when he saw me, and he complimented, loved my hair. And so before I went to Candy's event before then, again, I kept getting frustrated with him. And again, do you love me? You say you love me, ride with me. So to show my love for him, and this was so stupid, I went and got his name tattooed on me.
Girl.
I know.
Girl.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I got.
Okay. Hey. That's why you here. That's why you here. You here to tell your story. That's why you here.
And so I got his name tattooed on me. You know, the show, like, hey, I'm riding with you. I'm not going nowhere, because he will always say, stop it. What did I say? So, like, hey, I'm complying. I'm listening to you. I'm going to straighten up, you know. So, you know, I did everything he told me to do. Wear my hair long, be quiet. Every time I wanted to express my feelings, he would dismiss me. I would be quiet. So I listened, you know. And so we spent some time, you know, we got to the concert. And after the concert, he came and got me to move me to the front of the line to take some pictures with Candy. So I took some pictures with Candy, and then we spent some time, you know, in the back. And he, you know, looked at my tattoo. I think he took some pictures of it as well. Loved the tattoo. And then I left because they were going back from Atlanta. I mean, from Charlotte going back to Atlanta, because they was not going to stay. And so I went back to Greensboro, and then everything was good, whatever, like that. And so then he asked for $1,000. He asked for $1,000, and I told him, I said, well, I got to help my mom with some stuff. I just, you know, I can't, you know, do it right now. I got to help my mom. It seemed like when I said that, it's just everything took a 360. Like all the I love you stop, everything just stopped. Everything just stopped. When
the minute you told him no, that's when it was a wrap.
It was a wrap. It was a wrap, and I went above and beyond. And some people might call me stupid. I got a big heart, you know. He needed
nobody in the chat. Well, to be clear, nobody in the chat is calling you stupid. Nobody in the chat is calling you stupid. Okay, I think a lot of women, most of us, if we're gonna be honest, most of us have been in a bad situation. Maybe not to the same extent, but most of us have been in a bad situation. You know, so now one person now did you ever listen to him on Candy Coated Nights? Because somebody is saying that he used to always talk about he was a dog on Candy Coated Nights. Did you ever listen to him?
No, ma'am.
Okay, me either. I only saw him here or there. I didn't either. I never got the impression that he was a good guy, though. I always thought he was an asshole, if I'm being honest, because he just seemed like a jerk. You know, he just seemed like he seemed like the type of person that would take advantage of women and that kind of thing. So let me ask you this: did you think y'all were in a relationship? Did you think he was your boyfriend?
No, but I thought we was moving into more, because again, you love me, you say you love me, you ride with me. The conversations that we had, I thought we was moving into more. That's what I thought. Okay. And again, as soon as I said no, hey, I had to help my mom out, because again, I didn't ask for anything back. I made great money, didn't need it. Like I said, I shared a lot of things about myself, so maybe he played on it. I don't know, but it seemed like as soon as I said no, I got some other things I got to help my mom with. It's just everything just completely stopped. It's like he threw me in the trash can. And
he did. Like, don't. It's not. I think he played on. He played on your emotions. He played on y'all's situation. He probably knew you had a little change. Not saying you were bragging to him, but people who pray, they know what to listen for. They know the questions to ask. You're not the first woman. You ain't the only woman. It's probably a whole bunch of women all over these United States that can probably tell the same story, because it was too easy. You know what I mean? It was too easy for him to slide in and slide out. You know, in my opinion. And
my sister was she gave me the business, because I shared, because again, I have celebrity friends in the business. He had friends in the business. Nobody knew, because I'm private. He's private. So nobody knew. My sister, nobody knew. And then I finally shared with my sister, and she gave me the business. She cussed me out. She was like, well, AD, if he got all these connections, got Candy on speed dial and all this other stuff, why couldn't he call them? Why couldn't his sister help him get his order? Why did he have to pay my sister? My sister was completely upset, because she was like, he got all these connections. Why did he call you when he called? He got Candy on speed. And why he can't call his family? So
yeah,
I went out of my way, went above and beyond. Like I said, paid the water, because I knew he had kids. Love A1 would have gave him the whole world, loved the hell out of him. And I'm just like, was I not enough? Like, what's wrong with me? Because that's how I knew that something was right.
It was never about you though. So stop asking. You said that yesterday. I know we have an echo, baby. We can't get rid of it. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I told y'all when we started. Now we tried to get rid of it. It's there. Sorry. I told you yesterday it's not about you. It was never about you. And that's a hard thing to hear. I know that. But we as women, we've all had to process through that. Well, men too, because men be in bad relationships too. But it wasn't about you. And it was nothing. There was nothing you could have done. You noticed that you saw Xavier said it in the chat. The first time I said no was like I never said yes.
And I did everything for him. He did everything. Why your hair like this? Stop it. What did I say? I complied to everything. I listened, but I just feel like I had done something better. I just feel like maybe I wasn't enough. I don't know what I did wrong.
It ain't about you. That's what I want you to stop doing. And I know that's a process. You're gonna have to process through it, but it was never about you. And again, you thought that y'all was something different because y'all known each other so long. And y'all had probably some good times together. And y'all went 4 years without him ever asking you for anything. And then when he did ask you for something, he just kept asking and kept asking and kept asking. And your sister is right. If he knows all these people and he got all these connections, it wasn't even so much about asking for money. He couldn't ask somebody for a job. Hey, you need me to DJ something? You need me to host something? You know. But what that tells me is maybe he done fished in that well too many times. You know, maybe he couldn't ask them people because maybe he done already asked them people. You know.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, so I again remember where we started. For those of you that are coming in, do me a favor, AB. When I'm talking, mute. You mute. I think that might help. When I'm talking, you mute, and when you're talking, I'll mute. That might help. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. So we'll do it that way, y'all. I'm sorry, we really tried to get rid of the echo, child. I couldn't figure out what to do. But what I want to say is, for those of you that are coming in late, remember where we started. The reason why, yeah, go ahead and mute. Go ahead and mute.
What I did, I'm sorry.
It's okay. She wanted to tell her story not as, you know, she's, again, you hear that she understands, right? But she wanted to tell it as a cautionary tale for the next person, or maybe even, it may be somebody out there right now, right? I'm gonna tell my story so that the next woman don't get caught up in what I got caught up in. Somebody said we use the word celebrity too loosely. Well, you listen, I had to get you in here, honey. I had to get you in here. Celebrity. Celebrity. But for those of us who follow Bravo, we are very familiar with DJ A1. And again, most recently, we saw him do the interview with Candy when she was telling her Tamar story. So that was just last week. So if you don't know who DJ A1 is, that's who he is. If you've never seen him before. I want to say this though. I want you to stop beating yourself up. And again, it's a process. Stop beating yourself up. Right? I want you to cut your losses. Stop saying, and this is something I have to do too. I'm telling you what I've had to do for myself. Stop talking about how much you love him. You don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And he don't love you. Because if he loved you, the conversation and the relationship wouldn't have been over the minute you could no longer help him. The minute you were no longer beneficial to him. And even though it just recently started, it's not the point. It's not the point. Let me ask you this question. Does he have a girlfriend to your knowledge, or has he been married to your knowledge? Because I don't know.
I'm trying to unmute it. Hold on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, you can unmute. Go ahead and answer. Go ahead and answer.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. From my understanding, I don't think he has a girlfriend. I know a lot of times when we would have conversations and I talk about other females, that was not, it was a topic that we couldn't discuss. Like, I can't talk about, there's certain things that I couldn't talk about or we couldn't talk about. So I don't know. From my understanding, I thought he was single, but I don't know.
When you say we couldn't talk about it, you mean it like he told you there were certain questions you couldn't ask him?
I would ask him like, hey, you know, are you seeing somebody? Don't ask me that. If you, and I would say stuff like that, well, hey, if this doesn't work out or you decide to get somebody else, tell me, stop that. What did I say? What did I say?
So girl, you might have dodged a bigger bullet. This is sounding very borderline.
You say you love me? Well, yeah, I do. All right, then. And I was straighten up.
Yeah, this is sound. You might have dodged a bigger bullet, baby. That sounds like a borderline. Might have been moving in another direction, very controlling. If y'all had stayed together, but yeah, it sounds to me like he's not single. I'm wondering if he got somebody living in that house you was paying that mortgage on. Not to make you feel worse, but I'm just saying. I'm wondering. Yeah. I'm gonna share with you guys some of the receipts that she sent me. I just want y'all to know. I'm gonna send you guys. I'm gonna show you. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna show you some of the receipts that she sent me. Just so y'all know the conversation we had and some of the things we talked about. Is this the right one? Yeah, this is the right one. Hold on. All right, let me share this with you guys. So this is just a receipt. This is just a receipt from one of the transfers. Let you guys see the date was March 2026. And you see the amount and you see the person, the first name. Again, I'm not gonna say his government name, but that's his government name. Go ahead and mute AB so it doesn't keep the feedback. Okay. These are some of the text messages. You see what he's saying. I love you. You my baby. I love you more than you know. I'm giving you all of me. You know, all of the things that we know people say. Let me make it a little bit bigger. You guys can see. You make me very happy. Good morning. No one has ever been this special to me. So we know that he was love bombing her, y'all. And that's what predators do. He was love bombing her, right? I love you so much. Nobody's ever held me